I'm going to show you how to build this automatic tileable store. What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Okay, I only have one here right now, but you can actually tile this infinitely as far as you want it to go. And what it's going to do basically is give somebody a 1-for-1 trade. Okay, so they're going to throw in a piece of iron. They are going to get back whatever the item is. In this case, I have, what is that called? In this case, I have nether quartz. Okay, so as you can see, there is nothing in this shulker box at all. Okay, and you can also make this anything you want besides a chest, just because of the light. You could do a barrel, whatever. I just think the shulker box looks cool. If you don't have it, you can use a barrel. Totally fine. Okay, even a dropper, you can use that too. Okay, totally fine. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to put in a full stack. You can do any amount you want, doesn't matter. Full stack of iron. And what we're going to get in return is a full stack of the nether quartz. Okay, so I love this. If they only want one, they're going to get one back. If they want two, they'll get two back. If they want 5 stacks, you guys get the idea. However many of this item they put in, and you can customize it. You can have anything you want. You can have it dirt, anything you want, as long as it is a stackable item. You cannot have a non-stackable item such as a sword or anything. Okay, and boom, they get their full amount back. Okay, so let's just get into what you need and how to build it. Okay, here's everything you're going to need. Either pause it or take a screenshot. Now keep in mind, for the anvil, you don't actually need the anvil for the build. You just need to have one handy so you can name an item, a stackable item, a different name. I'm just going to suggest you use dirt, a stack of dirt, and then just name it dirts with 1 S. I just did 3, but you can just do, as long as you change the name of the original, just change the original name. So as long as you change it from dirt, drop an S at the end, you're good to go. And then you can put the anvil away and you don't need it. Also, this right here represents the item that you're going to sell. Okay, so you don't have to sell nether quartz. You can sell anything you want in the game. But we are going to be using a double chest for the items. So if you want to sell like swords or weapons or things like that, or tools, I'm going to show you how to add on to it so you can carry more stock. Okay, and then this represents the payment, whatever payment you want. Again, it has to be stackable, no non-stackable of any kind. Okay, not even the 16 like ender pearls. It has to be a 64 stackable item. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and you can use whatever you want. And you also do not need a shulker box. You can substitute another barrel or a dropper or a dispenser, although I don't know why you'd want to waste a dispenser, but you can if you don't have a shulker box. That's not a problem. Okay, now that we have that settled, this right here represents the ground. So picture these blocks right here as the dirt blocks. Okay, I just don't have room under the ground because I can only go down 3, and you need to go down 4. Okay, so this right here represents that hole right there. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So what I'm going to be doing is in that hole, I'm going to be putting a barrel facing up. Then underneath that barrel, we're going to go 1, 2 chests. Okay, you can then break that right there and break this one. And we're going to put down a double chest. You can break underneath it. Keep in mind, do not stick anything above it. So do not go like this with any kind of solid block. You can use glass or upside down stairs or regular stairs, or you can use anything. I don't really think you need to, though, because you're still going to have to get a way to come down here if you're an owner, if you own the store. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This would look really nice into a side of a mountain, and then you can have a door that you can go through and dig underneath and get this out. Okay, but this right here is so you can collect the items. And plus, if you put something on top of it, now the chest is locked, and the hopper will not feed into it, and it'll break the machine. Okay, so just keep it like that. Cool. Now behind it, what we're going to do is I'm just going to use the dirt. I find it easier because I didn't give you guys any other blocks. Okay, we're going to put a torch like that. Behind this block, we're going to put a repeater with another block, and then another repeater with another block. Okay, so it's going to look just like this. So this repeater faces this way, this repeater faces this way. Cool. Put another block on top of this one. Okay, and we're going to do a comparator facing that way. Put another block there. Okay, and now we're just going to go boom, boom. Those are the only 2 redstone you need. Now keep in mind, if you are tiling it, you're going to need more redstone, but this is just for one individual storefront. Okay, now we're going to put a torch on top of this one with a block, with another torch, with a block and one more torch like that. So it's going to look just like this from the side. Now to the left and the right of the bottom here of the barrel, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm using strip spruce. Feel free to use whatever block you want. Okay. Then we're going to put another a birchwood plank there. And then just to make it, I'll show you. If you happen to use the shulker box like I'm using, just make sure you go like this, 1 and 2 of whatever your column is. You'll see in a minute why. Okay. If you don't want to use a shulker box, or you don't have one and you're using a barrel or like a dispenser or dropper, then you don't have to do that because they're solid and they're not going to be you're not going to be able to see through them. Okay. Now we're going to crouch and place a block there temporarily. Put a block on top of this, and now we're just going to go 1, 2 with our hoppers, and then you can break that. Okay, so it's going to look just like this. I'll explain the mechanics in a bit. And now what we're going to do is this is where you're going to put your shulker. And the reason I had you put the things on the side is because see how when you open it up, see how like when it spins you can see the back here. So just keep it kind of consistent. Okay. Now on top of the shulker, you can crouch and place a redstone lamp. Okay. Oh, and actually we do need one more of these. Sorry. Okay. Now what we're going to do is on this hopper that's closest to the redstone lamp, we're going to place a comparator. Okay, coming out of that comparator, we're going to put a double chest. So we're going to crouch, hop for a second, and then go like that. Okay, and that is where your stock is going to be. So this is where what we would fill with like the nether quartz, for example. Okay, we're going to fill that up, and that's the item that we're going to sell. Now this is the out of stock light. So as you can see right now, we don't have any in stock. As soon as you put one in there, it'll show you, it'll tell you that you have some stock left. So now we're just going to go crouch, and we're going to place item frame there, item frame there. Okay. The bottom one is going to be what we're using as our payment. So we're going to put iron. The top one is going to be what we're putting as our sales thing. So what we're selling. So I'm going to do nether quartz. Okay. Just like that. And now let's go behind it and let's actually set it up. So go underneath, and in this bottom hopper right here, okay, the one that's has the torch underneath it. So in this, in this one right here, I apologize. In this one right here, we're going to take those dirts, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now all you're going to do is place. You should only have 2 iron ingots left because we put one in the item frame. So you're going to take your iron ingots and you're going to put 2 of them in there. Okay, 1 is going to be left and 1 is going to go here. I'm also just going to go ahead and throw this in for now. But you would have everything set. So now this is set. It is only going to take iron ingots. Okay, so meaning the hopper underneath this is completely filled. So if we put in, let's say, a barrel, somebody tries to pay with a barrel, it's not going to do anything. Okay, not at all. So you want to make sure this right here, you did it correctly if you have 655 and this is still left. If it's sucking it out, there's something wrong with the redstone, and you just have to make sure it looks just like this. Okay, make sure the comparator is on this top one and not this bottom one. Okay, and you're all set. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little top on it. Whoops, like so. Okay, and that's done. But you notice I have 7, and that's because I decided to make this a little bit bigger. So what I did is I went like that. I did 2 there, and then I went behind it 2. And I went up like that. Okay. But I'm going to extend it now because basically if you want to tile it, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to do it right next to each other. So you're going to break this right here, and you're just going to do more of these whole lines. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to explain how to, with the storage system, and explain a couple of drawbacks to this design. Okay, so here it is. I extended it. Now, here's something to keep in mind. If you are going to make it bigger than just the one cell, what you have to do is you actually have to make this right here where these lights are, you actually have to raise it by 1. And I'll explain that why. You guys probably already know. When this is lit, it's going to light this block and the block next to it. Okay, so even if there's no stock in this, it'll show that it's lit up. So you want to do it so now it's only going to light the one. Okay, so if you're going to extend it, you do have to make this a little bit taller, okay, everywhere. So every single place that you go, you're going to have to make all of this taller, okay? And that just, that'll just help you out so it doesn't screw around with the inventory, okay? So it's going to look like that, and then you would just come in here and you would do this, put it right there, okay? Now, also keep in mind that when you're filling, so this is your stock chest, right? Right here, this whole thing is stock. When you're first filling this up, you want to drop a piece of quartz or whatever the item is right in this chest. So not only are you filling up the top of the full chest, you're just going to take one item and you're going to stick it in this chest right here. Okay? And the reason is because the way it's set up, it is going to pulse however many items you put in. So if we put in 64 items, it'll pulse 64 times. The problem is this right here is locking this hopper. So what you want to do is you have to start with this one pulling out because the pulse is going to last a tick. It's going to take it one tick for it to go into this hopper. So if it has to start up here with 64, then when the item actually gets to it, it's actually going to be on the 63rd tick. So only 63 items will come through. So just make sure whenever you put items in here, you're also dropping just one of those items, just one. You don't need more than one, just one. Just one of those items in here. Or you can even just fill up this whole thing first. You could fill up this whole hopper first and then fill up this. So that'll give you an extra 5 slots. So you can totally do that too. That also might be a good practice. But let's say you need more. Let's say you're selling weapons and you need more stock. You would basically just do this. Well, you can do it however you want. You can come down this way, however you want to do. And this would be your second stock going up. Okay, or you can come out this way if you have room behind it. You know, you can come out this way and put hoppers on top. However you want to do it, that's where you would go if you want to extend it. Okay, so I'm just going to fill everything up really quick and then come back and show you the final thing. And that's your storefront. Okay, so people will know when the items are out of stock. All right, anyway, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys like this. Captain Obvious out. Peace.